has these yet? You will. All right. I wasn't gonna do this, but after much thought, I thought, well, why not? 1 hour and 27 minutes. That's what my GPS read when I calculated the time. Out of my way on the route from Ohio home to where my mother was. Doesn't sound like much, but when it's already a 6-hour drive home, it's kind of one of those things that you weigh in your mind. But of course, I took that extra hour and 27-minute drive to stop in and say hello and see how things were going. So upon my arrival there, and seeing just how things were progressing, I immediately knew I made the right choice. Because a month previous, my visit, this one made me ponder on the way home. How do we know just how many more chances we get to say what we need to say? Which time will be the last, and what would you say if you had it? So as it turned out, a week and a half after my detour visit, Mom decided her work here was complete, and she answered God's call to come home, to be with all of her loved ones that had gone before her. Out of all the decisions, sorry. This was easy in the pregame. Out of all the decisions I've made in my life, I realized I made the best one I possibly could have. I was able to look in her eyes and kiss her forehead and tell her that I loved her. And she responded, "I love you too." And these were the last words we ever spoke, and it seemed so fitting that it was so. Because most people don't get the chance. I guess I'm just one of the lucky ones. To try to summarize 50 years of my experiences with my mother in these few minutes is impossible. But then again, most of you already know how special she was anyway, because you too were lucky enough to know my mother in your own way. She was the type of person who would rather go hungry and give you her last dollar to buy food so you wouldn't go without. A stern, strong-willed woman of great strength who didn't take no for an answer and who found a way to get things done, even when there wasn't one. Trust me, I've seen this in person. A woman of deep faith who was unshaken because of her beliefs and who always tried to instill in us that desire to trust in the Lord when times were tough. It all makes sense now as I reflect on our time together. 1 hour, 27 minutes, who could know that taking that extra time would pay off in such a gratifying way? The lesson I want to impart to you would be this: to take the road less traveled, to take the time to spend with the ones you love most, even when you don't think you have it. Because one can never know what God has in store for each one of us. So live each day to its fullest. Don't waste time. Each day is a gift. And what you do with that day is your gift in return. Always remember to tell your loved ones just how you feel about them. It will set your soul free, and you too can be at peace in times of sorrow. So, in closing, I'd like to leave you with some words from my late Uncle Chev, okay? My mother's brother, who she looked up to and loved so dearly. This is not goodbye. It's, I will see you later.
Yeah,